Again,
Your
a solid
team is
lineup
picking.
gonna be locked in by Arkangel. This is very promising. This is a composition that can definitely keep a Kimmy alive. The footwork here from Finesse, they ban out the Kimmy
Your
themselves.
team
That
is
means
banned.
they are definitely going for a different strategy this time. Um, Usually, if you have a composition drafted around the Kimmy, it becomes all about the Kimmy.
All about the Kimmy.
Yeah, so hopefully this time around, it's gonna be they're gonna showcase some of the other strategies for us to learn. Definitely looking forward to that.
Me too, because of course, as you have mentioned, things that we can. There's a lot of things that we can learn from these professional teams in them
Your
changing
team
their
is
compositions, overall compositions, are one of the few things that are very interesting. Because we get to know a lot of different strategies and not just work on one strategy. And yeah, we do look forward.
Yeah, definitely looking forward here to how well Finesse can actually also adjust, because we haven't seen them adjust properly yet.
Yeah.
So far, we have only seen them.
Your
With their
team is
first
picking.
lineup. So let's see what kind of changes they're gonna make. Definitely no more Lunox plays.
No more
A bit weird.
Ludux because
Oh
we're
my
being banned
God!
out
Are
now.
you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Letting
Harif
the
again.
Harif go.
I did not
Picking.
notice that. Oh my gosh! Wow.
This is the this is
This
really the
is
mind
bad.
games, and this is the challenge of the banning phase. Especially when you change positions, if you're on the first pick or on the second pick. Are you gonna pick the meta hero if you're on the first pick, or are you gonna let it go? Are you gonna ban it? Meanwhile, in here we can see obviously Harith was free to go on the side of Archangel Wicked Mind, and I was worried if Finesse Phoenix actually
Your
let that
team is
happen, or they
picking.
have a plan to actually counter the Harith in case Archangel Wicked Minds gets it. Why did they prioritize Grak? Did we have something in mind?
Yeah, I mean that's the number one rule, right? If you let the Harif go, you have to be ready
Yes.
to deal with it. And I
Your
think yeah,
team
I think
is
they have a
banned.
plan
Uh-huh.
in mind. I think they plan to spam all the CC onto Harif, get as much damage in with the Claude.
Yeah.
Grok also Power of Nature is a great tool against Harif, but again that's only
Your
effective
team
for
is
only
banned.
like the early part of the game. Later on,
Or if
Harith-
Harith is all alone.
yeah, usually they'll burst through there quite
Uh-huh.
easily. Don't forget, Archangel also has that Belleric to keep that little boy alive.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful when drafting against the Harif. You have to draft almost everyone against it.
And you can see in here, Team
Your
Finesse
team
Phoenix
is
banning out
picking.
Minotaur, while Archangel Wicked Minds will work on banning out the Claude. Looks like Team Finesse Phoenix doesn't want to deal with more crowd controls that Team Archangel might potentially get away from them.
Yeah, actually, the Minotaur and the Harif combo earlier was scary.
It was scary.
I think they were watching, and they know that if they let the Minotaur go, a huge four-man Minoan Fury under a Zaman Force is something that you don't want to deal with.
Right. But
So-
meanwhile, they still have the Akai to potentially help
Your
that
team is
Harith
picking.
out to deal the crowd control and let the Harith freely move. Meanwhile, we can see in here being hovered Gushen. And will this be a Martis? We'll have to know. We'll have to wait.
This is a lot of raw damage that's gonna have to be dealt with by Archangel. So I'm actually 50-50 on this one. They seem to... If they lock this in, it can't be locked. Usually, Martis, you can't catch it with a Zaman Force because of the Mortal Coil.
Your
So
team
that's kind
is
of...
picking.
We have to bank on that. I think Finesse has to play around, making full use of the Mortis to go into the back line of the Harith.
And let's see if the tanks in support on the side of Archangel Wicked Minds gonna let that Martis get actually inside or go to the back line of Archangel Wicked Minds to get the Harith. Meanwhile, still, oh, there you go. They're gonna offer a marksman composition as well for both of these teams.
So we got free bouncers to protect two white-haired people. So
Bouncers.
that sounds familiar. That sounds very, very familiar indeed. It's a carry and a Harif.
Yes.
Again, usually we see pro teams, they don't mind. They just let the Harif go. You're gonna notice Aldo isn't even being noticed by any of these teams at
Yeah.
all. No ban, no
Not
pick.
Yeah, no bans, no pick for the Aldo.
So-
but probably they have something in mind. It could be about their comfort heroes, but it could be as well trying to counter. But I feel that on this draft, they actually they're trying to counter each other.
They
Yeah.
really were trying to counter each other, pick for pick.
Mhm.
Don't forget, the additional burden is on Finesse to deal with the Harif counter pick. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
very difficult for them to answer that. They drafted against it with the Bartis, with the Gushan.
Mhm.
It's a great tool to chase at the backside, but you also have to take into consideration that's gonna happen later on in the game.
Mhm. Plus, again, they got an Akai on the side of Archangel. If you get crowd controlled by this, you might be in trouble. And let's see if that's actually gonna happen as we go on to the second match between Finesse Phoenix versus Arkangel Wicked Minds. It's 1-0 at the moment in favor of Archangel.
Yep, and it's looking really, really good here for Archangel. They got a really OP pick. A lot of people would say. So early game, they probably have a huge advantage. Don't forget the Molten Scythes for this Famos also does a lot of damage in the earlier stages of the game. Just on the nick of time, Finesse Phoenix, they survive.
And while that was actually happening, you can see Finesse Phoenix taking an opportunity in the bottom lane to got creeps. One casualty so far, and where did the gold went? It actually
I
went to
think
the
it
side
went
of
to
Finesse.
it went to the
to the
Claude.
To the Claude, yeah.
Yep, that's actually pretty good for the blue side squad.
Right.
In the meantime, they need to just leave Kiluash there for quite a long period of time, because obviously he won't be able to contribute. So that's a lot of pressure for the other 4 members of Archangel to put the pedal to the metal, as they say.
Right, we can see here all alone in the bottom lane, the carry.
Turtle
The
resurrecting
Valeric is on the
soon.
top side. Probably Thamus is jungling together with the Thamus. As for me, I think this in this early mid game time, Finesse Phoenix is something, I don't want to say it's all wrong, but I want them to actually take advantage of that lone carry in the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's actually the weak point here for
Yeah.
Archangel, which should be taken care of. Although, for the meantime, they are choosing to ignore it
Yeah.
completely. Jeff Cutie Forever going to be here for the backup, as well as Lusty. They dive in. Freeman is going to be locked in, but apparently not. They make enough space to make it out. In the middle of the fight, Jeff Cutie Forever is still fighting. He gets a kill. Can he get more? Tian in danger. Rio on the chase. He gets a kill. That's 2 members down for Finesse. They answer with Wave going into the Mortis. Mortal Coil doing a lot of disruption to the Archangel lineup. And they're just waiting. Half HP right now on the turtle. They're not done.
And there you go. Looks like Wave is gonna try to go in and try to get one more kill, but apparently, though, the member of on the side of Team Finesse Phoenix is gonna be punished. That's actually taxed on the Gushan.
Man, the disaster is already starting here for Finesse. Rio, Zaman forced to get some cooldown out,
Whoa.
and Russ
Wow.
is just taking the damage like a boss.
Almost to
Almost
death.
got taken out.
That Finesse Russ on the Grok, thanks to the shields and additional MDef physical defense as well by just sticking nearby walls.
Yeah, just that was actually close. If they started that in the middle of the lane, that would have been a completely
Yeah.
different story. Again, good job for Finesse Phoenix, not giving away too much, but Archangel, they are flying right now.
Again, weak point in here on the side of Archangel Wicked Minds is the bottom lane, not being taken advantage of by Finesse Phoenix. Instead, looks like they want to focus more on the Harith in the middle lane, which is actually being well protected by the Akai. Let's see if there will be a turning point in here in the top lane as we see a 3 or 4 versus 2 situation. Oh my goodness!
That
The
was great!
The
Wow.
HP bars just basically went too low.
And that is
Oh,
why teams prioritize the Grok. Such early game AoE damage and burst that cannot be dealt with. And considering that was only a 2v4, it was very easy for them to get out without any damage. However, Rio, they're fighting under the Zaman Force. Jay locks in Tian. Tian will go down. Where's the follow-up here for Archangel? Archangel,
look at the
apparently it's not going to
shield.
be there. Russ, he goes in for the
Oh my
follow-up, but he's going to get taken
goodness.
out. Double kill for Rio.
And there you go. Look at the survivability that this Harith has Oh my goodness, but in the bottom lane you can see Dane as well, so that they could join team fights wherein they have more equipment so that they can deal more damage. But then again, I wanted to point out on denying jungle. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, you can see here just basically poking each other, Thamus as well as Claude, but Claude has to be very careful. It seems that Arkangel already saw that Claude is all alone. Let us take advantage on the bottom lane.
So far, Dane is just trying to control this bottom side of the map while everyone from Arkangel is already making plans to take him out. Wave is doing the same thing on the top side of the map while Tats and Russ trying to rotate around the map, trying to look for targets.
And look at that, free turret in the bottom lane for the side of Team Ark.
Rio dashing in and out, has enough safety and has the protection of Lusty and Jeff Keely Forever. With Jay very, very close by as well.
Man, Arkangel Wicked, Arkangel Warrior is so fluid. Look at that after that objective. No, another objective in here wherein they wanted to get this. I think this is the second turtle of the game if I'm not mistaken. But look at that Finesse trying to dive in and go for a fight.
Yep, Rio gonna be in the middle of the fight, untouched once more. That kid is going places, ladies and gentlemen. And he's fighting, has a lot of damage with a chrono dashes, non-stop dashing action all the way from the turtle into the mid.
And no protection. That Claude looks like he's gonna die in the hands of the Thamus in the bottom lane. This is a mistake. Oh my goodness. You can see how well they are teaming up or pairing up. Apparently we saw Finesse Phoenix. It seems like they forgot about that they have a Claude to protect.
Man, that was mean, dude. But apparently, yes, that was the case.
That was the case. That was happening. That's what we saw.
It's starting to look like they don't mind Dane at all. They're trying to look for opportunities to protect him, but Dane has a different plan of his own. And I already feel the communication breaking down from this squad from Finesse. Just showing, just seeing how well Arkangel is also playing them around the map.
Yes, you're right. And still, well, one turret down for the side of Arkangel. But then again, the map control is on their hands as they have actually took away 3 turrets already from the hands of Finesse. Then again, here, once again, no protection at all. This Dane, all alone in the top lane, not really overextending, but he is actually all alone with no support at all. But Jay going so low, thanks to the... Finally, thanks to the backup from the side of the rest of the members of Finesse Phoenix. But
at this point, we already have the rest of Arkangel going in for the chase. Most of the ultimates for Finesse are already used up, so that allows Arkangel to move this confidently, gets a turret from the blue side. And again, more map control, as we said earlier, 7,000 already on the gold lead for the red.
And they didn't have to wait for the creep wave. The Thamus just basically took all the damage coming up from the turret. They know that they, with the rest of the members, or the damage coming up from the rest of the members of Arkangel, they could take away that turret for additional objective on their hands.
Yeah, I really like the follow-up from Finesse there. Finally they recognize that Dane cannot do this alone.
Yeah.
But apparently, I think at that point, they used up so many ultimates to try to clean up. So Arkangel was just given free reign around the map to do so. Right now, they're doing that as well. Going for the Lord area. Rio is waiting for the perfect opportunity to use his ultimate of his and get the cross on the ground. But apparently, they can split this up quite nicely, and they can still function properly. Lord is now at 30%. Zaman Force in the middle of the fight. Russ gonna be locking up everyone. Lord will be taken by Finesse, and the coming team fight will be taken by Arkangel. But that is just the breathing room that they need to get back into this game.
Yes, thanks to that still coming up from that Gusion, it was Finesse Tats. Actually, a while ago, we could actually see Finesse Tats or the Gusion on the side of Finesse Phoenix wanting to go to the back lane and trying to target Kiluwash on using the carry. But apparently, it seems probably the Retribution went available at the same time, so they were able to take away that or steal that Lord or first Lord of the game. But oh wait, what happened to Jeff Cutie Forever?
Jeff Cutie Forever in a very weird spot, trying to steal the buff again from Finesse. Just a bit too much at that point. Small overstep again, overconfidence might be kicking in. So far, Arkangel is pretty much in the lead here, 7,000 gold. but I think that could disappear very soon. Don't forget, they have a Martis. They also have a Claude, great in the late game for taking out members from Arkangel.
And this time they have already realized Kaya now with the Claude or rotating probably near the Claude and Grok as well. They really have to take care of their main source of damage. Actually, they doesn't have enough kills yet, and sometimes kills would matter because kills would actually give you more gold than just assists.
Exactly. And of course, for the that depends. I guess for wizard boots, if I have a wizard boots, I would go for
it
this.
depends.
I usually do that personally. So, for the meantime, Finesse, they are getting some of the map back on their side, which is very, very important. If you let Arkangel go around the map by themselves, you're gonna have a hard time getting that control back. Right now, Kiluash is also in a pretty good spot. 4-0-1 on the carry. Has the Wind of Nature as well as the Endless Battle locked in with the Thunderbelt. So free items for this carry is gonna hurt a lot later on.
It's gonna hurt, especially now that the tanks on the side of Finesse Phoenix are getting more tanky items that will boost their HP bars. But then again, more HP bars you have, the more damage the carry will deal against you. So we can see here 4-man rotation from the side of Arkangel, wanting to get the tier 2 turret on the top lane. Looks like they're gonna give it freely away, and there you go, on more goals on the pot of Arkangel.
And Arkangel, they are going for the fight near the jungle area. They're very confident right now. Jade, though, very, very low HP. Has the Hurricane Dance. He used it, but he goes down. Zaman Force in a very tight corridor. That is very much in favor of Arkangel here. And they are still fighting it up. Dane, he disappeared once he went in. And that is going to be a very bad sign for Finesse Phoenix. So many overextensions and so many misplays. Jeff Keighley Forever, though, gonna be the consolation prize here for the blue side squad as Kiluash goes on the hunt.
There you go, Taz trying to back away. Will he get caught getting slowed down? It's the Battle of Burst. Kiluash though, very low on HP bars. Will he get more life still in there for you? But it will back up of the Balearic.
Wow, that Balearic and carry combo definitely working so well for Arkangel.
I really like the teleport.
Yeah, what an animation. I'm gonna need to buy that
I
soon.
don't have that one.
Yeah, I don't know if you can buy it. I think you can, but
How do you get it?
I think you get it from the roulette. You remember the thing where there's like a box, a lucky box.
So it's gone now?
I think there's maybe a
man.
day or 2 days. Maybe you can try to buy for it. I think it's like 10 or 15 diamonds each try. I don't know if you're willing to do that for that animation. Anyway, Finesse Phoenix are definitely starting to kick it. Arkangel 10,000 gold ahead, and Dane. Man, I have not seen a good play from this guy yet.
Yeah.
There's so many times he tries.
Oh.
He tries to go in with the Blazing Duet, but he gets eliminated almost immediately. Rio, though, gonna be very, very close. They are waiting right now, and they went in. And looks like Rio gonna be taken care of, but the Chrono Dash shield is still gonna be so much to deal with. Kiluash on the chase, taking out tanks like there's no tomorrow. Wave as well cannot deal with the damage from this carry, and Arkangel definitely spreading their wings high on this one.
Apparently, the Courage Bulwark is being taken by Tian on the Kaya is not helping that much. Still, there's a huge gap on the gold, and you can see here,
two-man lockdown and a Zaman Force to boot. What else can you ask for in that fight?
Nothing else. And as you can see in here, they can actually potentially end the fight. Look at the emoticon from the side of Arkangel. They want to end this on 2-0.
Apparently, that's going to be the case. There's a small BM at the end. Arkangel take out a victory against Finesse Phoenix.
Wow.
That was very impressive from Arkangel.
Very impressive, very fluid. Well, it is it's actually not a 6-0-11.
Wow.
No deaths at all for all the carries on the side of Arkangel.
So that's a composition where everyone did their job almost perfectly. I mean,
Yes.
again, very, very small missteps from these from Jeff Keighley Forever at some points, but overall the communication, you can see it never breaks down. They're always cohesive. They always try to find a way, even at some points where they seem to be losing the fight, like in this replay right here.
Yep.
they bounce back almost immediately. Again, the perfect initiations from both Rio and Jay, making short work of the HP bars
Wow.
from Finesse.
Look
I
at
think
the
at this point, I don't
shield.
think he even
No,
dies
he,
at
he
this
didn't
point.
die on that part. Instead, they got a kill, a double kill to say for Arkangel.
Again, such beautiful Zaman forces. Only the tanks go down, which actually should be the case. And they always make their mark. They always find Tats or Dane. And the plays from this very, very good Gushin player apparently was not enough.
Yeah.
The Kaya was almost a non-factor in
And
that game.
purchasing the Courage Bulwark by that Kaya apparently didn't help enough to give them, additional damage and, support defense for Finesse Phoenix. But then again, the overall gold lead as well as the objective that Arkangel were able to take actually paid off really well.
Yeah, paying off dividends. That was Arkangel. Definitely owning up to their namesake. Literally flying and always in the lead in that fight, in that game. That was a very beautiful game to watch. Congratulations, Arkangel. You get more points than you bargained for today, I think so.
Yes, they
And,
got how many points?
3 points today.
3
Yeah.
points, and that left Finesse Phoenix with 0 points and 1 fight that they have done so far. But later on, you will see or witness Arkangel once again. They're gonna take just a few minutes break before they battle again, and they're going to match up against against Desolators, which you just saw last series.
If I were
first series.
Desolator, I would be watching that and I would be like, oh man, we are in for a long
Apparently,
ride.
these two teams, we saw how they played already. Probably we could tell or predict a little bit on how they ban and pick their heroes, how they rotate, and guys, let us know in the comment section if you have actually thoughts who you think will win.
Yeah, because we really want to know what you guys think. But for the meantime, that's going to be it for us. This is the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League Season 3 main qualifiers. I'm Rockhard.
And I'm Kaysaya. We'll be back after a few minutes.